Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Dean Bloodworth, and as you can see, this is my third video in this series, the AD&D First Edition Core Books, and today I'm going to be opening up what I believe is going to be the Monster Manual. At least that's what I certainly hope for. But based on my last opening, I wasn't sure which cover this might be, so I put up a picture of both covers just to be sure. Now, this here book I picked up for $24.49. That includes the shipping and handling. So, as I said previously, I got all three books for $68. And this book here is coming from Books from California. So I'm going to switch over and grab a hold of the package, and we are going to open this thing up. Oh, a little wider view here. So one of these packages again, which, like I said before, this was a little bit different than the other, and it's got a nice perforation here, so we'll see how easily it does open up. So, and I can already see not the easiest of packages to open up, and of course, so just like the last time, I had purchased the what I thought I was going to get was the first, one of the original printings of the cover, and now I got this one here. So once again, it was advertised as good, and even though it does have, these marks on the cover and everything, looking over, you can see there is some shelfware and some binding, but once again, now it's the different cover, and so I'm more likely to look to switch out the other one that I picked up. So the official Advanced Dungeons and Dragons Monster Manual found in AD&D. Well, it says this is very good. All right, so I'm not quite sure how very good constitutes that kind of, wearing on the cover, but let's take a closer look at it. Here we go. And inside, I'm mostly interested in the binding. So here we have, let's see if we can get all the information from it. So this one is 1978, although this is the 4th edition, August 1979. So you have to go with that one there. So 1979, fourth edition. Now, obviously, they're using edition with printing, I believe, interchangeably, because it's obviously not the 4th edition Monster Manual. I'm just flipping through. I'm looking to see if there's any, major markings and such. So far. So far, so good. Now, if you know anything about, kind of the history of it, demons and devils were actually removed from, they were actually removed from one of the later monster manuals, or they just don't mention them the same way. And I'm not that much of a historian of these things, but it's certainly something that I want to start digging into and really trying to become a student of the history of Dungeons and Dragons. I mean, I have enough source books and such that I can really start to do some reading and getting into it. But so far, the book looks pretty good. I mean, the pages are not as bad as what I had in the Dungeon Master's Guide. The It doesn't have that old book smell like the other did. So what I'm going to probably end up doing is returning the Dungeon Master's Guide, taking some photographs because I already got into contact with the seller, and I told him it was the different cover that I was looking for, and I might as well replace that one. That way I have the uniform orange binding. But this is pretty good. I mean, I didn't see any noticeable signs of writing in it flipping through. So, and once again, wrong view. So when I put it on the shelf, I mean, this'll be what I'm looking for. So I would have most likely have them this way. Actually, let me organize them. So that's what I'm looking to have on the shelf. And so you can see this Dungeon Master's Guide is the one that I would look to replace because it's just not the cover that I was looking to get. And then I'd have the complete set. And then my next move will be to, look to pick up second edition, same core 3 books, and then third and fourth. I already have fifth, like I said, so eventually I will have all 5 sets, all 3 core books of each set. And, if you just have the core book or the 3 core books, you can play any of these editions, for a lifetime. I mean, it's going to give you all of the information you need to write your own adventures and roll up the characters and just move forward, and that's enough to literally play for virtually forever with any of these editions. And then once you have the multiple editions, you can start to mix and match and piecemeal certain aspects of certain editions that you like better, and kind of match them up and use them that way in kind of like an expansive homebrew. So once again, $68 for 3. So that's not terrible at all, because I've seen some of these books go for as much as $40 or $50 a piece, and I want to look into making sure that if I can get the other Dungeon Master's Guide, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of the 3 bindings and show them this is why I wanted an exchange if possible, and hopefully that'll take place. So once again, thanks for joining. I'm always happy to put up these videos and show you some of the things that I'm picking up in the mail. I enjoy purchasing things, on eBay, sight unseen. It's always an exciting thing to open up a package and just not quite know what you're going to pick up. And sometimes it's a disappointment, and other times I find myself, I'm like, really excited because it's something I wasn't expecting, a much higher quality than I was expecting. And that's pretty much the feeling that I got when I opened up the player's handbook. This is a really really good shape compared to what I was expecting, and this was the cheapest of the three, so $13. A great buy. Like I said, the monster manual is in very close shape to that. Just a little bit of wear on the front cover, but nothing terrible. And the DM's guide, I'm going to try to make a replacement. So once again, thanks for joining. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Leave your comments. If you like this video, put a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. I'm coming up with the weekend is coming up, and I'm planning on doing some gaming this weekend. So hopefully I can get something going and put up a game session video this weekend. So you all have a good rest of the week, and thanks for joining.